Good morning. We're gonna play some Fallout 4 for a bit, and then I think we're gonna move over to programming, doing some stuff in Unity. Alright, hold on a sec. Alright. Man, I just looked out the window and just stared like right at the sun. Got like a nice circle burned into my vision now. 5 head moves. Alright, so one thing I noticed last night is that like Piper is way more connected to like what we're doing than Kate. I don't know if that's because we like got more of a relationship going, but I actually think I'm gonna go get Piper again. Because I like the way Piper would like comment on stuff. Kate seems like disconnected.
Hey.
Need something?
You see that big blimp? What's the Brotherhood of Steel? Why are they here?
Exactly.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
I think we need some time away from each other.
I'll head out. But I'm not gonna lie to you and say I'm happy about it. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Not gonna say I'm happy about it. Oh, is this gonna... This might remove points or whatever. Alright, maybe I'll just... No, wait.
Ready to head back out?
Yes.
Ready.
Good.
I said
Then let's get
cancel,
moving.
which I assumed canceled meant that she wouldn't leave.
Your friend looks like trouble. Make sure she's not.
Don't let the stress of life kill you. Relax.
Radiation poisoning is a common ailment, but we can cure just about anything.
Yeah.
Tell me your symptoms.
Feeling sick. I think it's radiation.
Blood pooling in the gums. Done. Now, was there anything else bothering you?
No, we're done.
Take better care of yourself in the future, okay?
Synth-free shopping, right here. Keep away from my stall. I don't know you.
Oh. Why?
Why?
Because I don't know you, and I will not serve a synth pretending to be human. So are you? Human?
Why would you think I'm a synth?
Why wouldn't I? A synth looks just like a person, with hair and sweat and blood and everything. So, are you human or not?
No, I'm Jangles, the moon monkey.
That's just what a synth would do, ducking the question. We don't serve your kind here.
You need something, Scabbard?
Everything I got will keep you safe.
Sure, let's take a look.
Something for everyone.
Did I sell my one? I must have sold that other gun. Rio 8. So let me equip what guns I want to use.
Just an ordinary piece
You know,
of wood.
a shotgun's great insurance against
Sure, let's take a look.
self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we let Valentine live in the city. He saves 1 or 2 people, and everyone forgets he's a freaking Sith.
Let's go speak to Valentine.
Come on, Nikki. I'm just asking for your opinion. It'd be a great quote.
He's my client, Piper.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm
Why don't you
gonna.
learn not to snoop on a man's private
I feel like
affairs.
Piper is
Well, well, speak of the devil.
You're back.
better companion.
Not with your son. What happened?
You were right, Nick. Kellogg did have my son. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute?
Well, that's what he told us.
boy.
I'm still not sure I
Friend.
exactly trust
Truly.
that.
That makes things considerably more complicated.
He ain't kidding. Heck, Nick's a synth, and even he doesn't know how to get in.
No synth does. Security protocols strip those memories out.
I need to find a way.
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah. Figures the Institute's only man on the outside wouldn't be the type to be taken alive.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
So, what now?
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Oh, I didn't even see that place in Good Neighbor. Okay.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. Let's stay focused. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and
I
find
think
out.
we got his cybernetic actuator.
Jesus, Nick, gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads.
I think we
nothing.
actually picked it up.
That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... who's coming with you?
I have to go to the memory den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
I think I want to take Nick.
It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
Well, you two are out. I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be at the public if you need me.
Okay. Talk to Dr. Amari. I'm just gonna follow this because this is like the main quest chain.
Maybe
Even good
constantly
people
trying
do
to kill
crazy
us,
things
but
when they're scared.
Commonwealth never lacks for
That'll be
excitement.
Diamond City's motto.
Too many NPCs in one place. Oh my god. Oh my god. Move out of the way. There we go.
Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of cabs.
Hanging out with Valentine, huh? Good for you. Nick is good people. You know what I mean.
It's interesting how Piper is hated, but people like Nick even though he's a synth. I wonder if it's all about like charisma. Piper doesn't have a high enough charisma level. It's the cool hat. Oh man, if he loses the hat, everything's over then.
Good Neighbor. Lowest place in the Commonwealth. Everything not nailed down rolls through here at some point.
Hey, Daisy. Glad you could make it. How's my favorite girl?
Smell that? That's freedom.
Maybe Nick has comments about here.
Hey,
Looks like you got something to say.
your thoughts?
Sounds like Ellie needs to talk to us. We should head back to the office next chance we get.
What?
Your thoughts?
You'd be shocked how many folks I've managed to convince I'm just a really sick ghoul.
What?
Your thoughts?
The Commonwealth's not an easy place to travel alone. Nice to have someone watching my back.
Your thoughts?
Should we get a move on?
Oh, nothing.
Suit yourself.
Now that you mention it, he actually kind of does look like a sick ghoul.
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind.
Was that
When
you
someone
stumbling out of
starts
the
acting
third rail
funny.
last night?
When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop
Did it
it
get rough?
is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us.
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good Neighbor.
Good Neighbor. And who's in charge of Good Neighbor?
Hancock.
Of the people
Need
for
a
the
place to
people.
stay? Try Hotel Rexford.
I bet this place is going to be one of the first places taken out by the Institute, if that is something that happens. This is really interesting. Going into people's memories, I feel like this could have, like... This seems like something that's bigger than a single quest. Like, maybe there'll be multiple times where we connect people's... We, like, get people's brains or cybernetics and...
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt. Here for Amari, she's downstairs.
Hey, Irma.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, all right?
This is a nice place.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma. Good Neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
Escape? What do you mean?
Reliving old memories. Like Thanksgiving, 2071. Mom made a 12-pound turkey. And then we all listened to the Silver Shroud vs. Captain Cosmos. Even Pa was there. You ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
Aren't there other survivors from that time?
Oh, sure. There were a lot of us ghouls that lived back then, but none of us looked as good as you. Are you really that old?
I was in cryogenic storage for a long time. I only just woke up.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Wasn't he a caveman?
Yeah, that's the one. They found him in an iceberg off the harbor. Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days must take some getting used to.
This whole Commonwealth is a nightmare.
Yeah, There's so much crime. And violence. What we need is a real hero. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life. So he can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
What plan?
I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
I'll get the costume for you.
This seems like a fun side quest.
For real? Before the bombs fell, they were filming the Silver Shroud pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where you'll find it. You're the best.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
You're the one who can extract memories from a brain, right?
Normally, we only allow our clients to experience their own memories. Now, what's this all about?
We need a deep dig, Amari, but it's not gonna be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute
It does look like a shrimp.
similar architecture.
Tasty. Is Nick compatible?
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
I am impressed. Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
Thanks for the follow, the Jamie Dodgers. Thanks, Nick.
This, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I
was
start
kinda
cackling like an
hoping-
old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
I was kind of hoping that we were going to
Let's
get
see
to
here.
experience the memory, but
I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both
That's
you and Mr. Valentine into the memory
not how
loungers.
encryption works, but
Run your
okay.
cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right.
At least
Let's
we
get
get to
started.
see
Just
it.
sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Is this actually like VR, or does it just show us it on a small screen in front of us?
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Oh, I guess it's like full VR.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmented.
Oh, this is one of those.
I'll
We're
try to
literally
step you
inside a
through the intact
brain.
memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
I don't know why, but I find parts
There.
of games
is
like
the
this
earliest
weird.
intact memory I can find.
Where it's like you're inside some digital world or you're like inside a brain.
Turn down the goddamn radio!
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Oh, wait, so we're getting lore on who Kellogg was. What it was like for him growing up. He had lots of comics.
What?
I gotta go into my guy for a few minutes I've been here.
What's it
It was
mean?
fun. I'm glad you had fun.
Nothing,
I
Connie.
hope you have a good
People
one.
like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless.
What the fuck, dude?
But you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence.
I'm not sure if I want to
Try
bother listening to these.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kinda green.
I know, but that's where I come in.
Hello, Fenton Stormblood.
In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
No, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
I wanted to click on that window.
I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town.
Who's Valdez again? I heard that name before.
For a while.
Valdez, was that from the New California Republic, or... I kind of thought this was going to be boring Kellogg lore at first, but it's actually kind of good.
This was going to end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you
found another memory to try.
Weren't there
I'll connect you.
to help them.
It's not going to show a gunfight or anything? Disappointing. Valdez wasn't in any other games. Aw, man. It just baited me. Made me think I got actual lore.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So, I hear you'll take care of people.
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but, dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
Problem.
There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this.
I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do.
The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
As you can see.
The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could all... You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think
Is he gonna kill all the synths?
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems offline, shutting down.
He's good.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these is got
So
to
that
tell us
was
something.
really interesting. They said the Institute relies on synths for everything
Ah,
on
there's
the
one that looks
surface.
mostly intact. Connecting now.
Which almost makes me think that, like, the synths... Like, I wonder if it's like the synths will end up replacing humans because they're the only ones that can survive on the surface without any issues.
Cryogenic stasis.
Or, like, they don't have any effective radiation or
All
anything.
computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Find it. Pod C6. Down the hall.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. Wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
All near the end.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty... Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here,
wait.
baby.
No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God Get the kid out.
There's no blood.
At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Piper's really done it this time. I mean, I'm not...
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
I'm saying she's right, but... Mayor, he's gonna be really mad this time. I probably shouldn't have even,
Kellogg,
said anything.
it's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
The synths kind of sound like text-to-speech still.
Science boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Well, he just teleported.
Wasn't my idea to
I
settle
didn't mean to
down
click
with the
that.
kid in the middle of Diamond City.
Is there any way to
I
skip?
thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects.
you can't skip
so
this dialogue.
Here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
What?
Bye.
They just teleported?
Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
What? Dude, wait. So, okay, first of all, we figured out that there's a scientist in the glowing sea, whatever the glowing sea is. And teleportation. That's crazy. Okay, my cat just meowed on me. Hold on. Meowed on me. Meowed at me. Go see what it wants.
Okay. I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had.
Where is Nick?
No
How are you? I'm doing
ever-
good. I'm tired. Hold on, I'm gonna check on my cat. Just think it wants something. Just meowed at me. Alright. My cat keeps wanting to go outside, but my neighbor's dog is literally like sticking its head under our fence. And it freaks my cat out. Like, my cat is correct to be freaked out. How are you doing, Namori? The first experience of Kellogg's Memories is pretty whack. It feels like it's a giant lore drop. Like, there's whole areas of the game where it doesn't explain. Like, we went through the first, 3 hours of the game without hearing anything about the Institute, and then over an hour, it's like, the Institute exists, synths are real, here's a synth. And then, like, you go another, like, 3 hours where none of that stuff really happens. And then it's like, oh, here you go, the Institute has teleportation. It just, like, drops a whole bunch of shit on your head.
How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good, but I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Oh my god, there's so many things. Virgil, Kellogg's life, teleportation.
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes, their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so
I
dangerous?
guess because it's the glowing sea, it's all radiation. Yeah.
So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
Sounds like the perfect hiding spot.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
I think the power armor can do that.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be
Wait,
safe.
is that it? We're supposed to
By the
go
way,
for Virgil?
I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up.
Oh, that's why
He's
he
waiting for
wasn't
you
there.
upstairs.
Amari.
Oh, I wanted to ask her what she thought about the Institute teleportation. So we're supposed to just find Virgil in the glowing sea. Alright.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head.
What the hell?
I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Hello, science lady. You need to check out Nick.
Dr. Amari.
You have to find Virgil. A renegade Institute scientist could finally give us the insight we need. Good luck.
Oh my god,
Make it back in one
I
piece.
thought she would maybe have dialogue options about Nick maybe not having... Nick not being all there.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head.
Uh-huh. Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You feeling all right, Nick?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Amari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
No, we'll use the power armor. I feel like he's a risk having Kellogg in him or something. You're a risk.
There's something wrong with you, Nick. I don't want you with me.
I told you I'm fine. But I get it. Going through Kellogg's brain was a doozy for both of us. I'll be in Diamond City when you've had time to cool off.
He said Ellie has something for us to talk about in Diamond City too, so let's go talk to Ellie. Oh my god, I got 3 levels and I didn't even realize it. Huh. 10 radiation resistance might be good for going into the glowing sea. I think I want to stick to my specific build though. I think I might get this so I can get expert terminals. I feel like getting lockpicking, but I'd have to get perception for that. Oh, this is the glowing sea. Let's go speak to Ellie or whatever at Nick's place. Do I? Yeah, I don't even have a companion right now. I'm gonna talk to Piper, I guess, then.
Read the paper, mister. Trust me.
She said she was going to be at public occurrences. I guess she's actually going to be, she's probably actually at the settlement.
You're listening to, Diamond City Radio.
You cause trouble, there's gonna be trouble. Got it?
Got it. Capiche.
I'm glad you're here. We got a new case while you and Nick were out. Ready to put on the detective hat?
Who's our client?
A fisherman, whose family lives on the edge of the Commonwealth. Kenji Nakano.
Nakano? Huh. That name takes me back. My memory's a little fuzzy on the details, though.
Maybe if you bothered writing things down, Nick.
Can't do that. Wouldn't want to put you out of a job.
Huh. I'll remember that the next time you need me to console a hysterical client. Mr. Nakano didn't leave many details. Said he'd go over everything when you meet him. But if you want my guess, missing person case. Guy had a worried look a mile long.
Anything you can tell me about Kenji Nakano?
Just some impressions. He was obviously upset, but he was also in a hurry, like he couldn't stand just waiting around. I'm a friend of Nick's. He'll remember me. I need his help right away. And then he was gone. He was muttering something on the way out, but... no. I'm not sure it was important.
Come on, Ellie. Don't hold out on me. What did he say?
No. No, I can't remember clearly. Don't want to taint the investigation before it's even started.
Okay.
I'll go check it out. Thanks, Ellie.
The Nakano residence is up in the northeast, near the coast. A small fishing house. He said that he and his wife will be waiting for you.
It's a long walk. That's how the hard cases always start.
Maybe I should take Nick with me. Nick's really strong.
Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
I remember last time I went with Nick, he can like melee people and knock them down with one punch. Which seems really good to go along with my melee, where when he knocks them down, I can just go along and hit them with my melee. I don't think I'm going to do this side quest. I'm going to go... Man, I've got so many quests just on the side, though. Maybe I should bring Jet to Mama Murphy. I feel like trying to go out to the glowing sea, because, like... That sounds really cool. We gotta go get our power armor anyways, so let's bring some Jet to Mama Murphy. Oh, I need to go get new batteries.
You ask
Hello?
me, freedom's always worth fighting for.
You'll find me some Jet. Then I can use the site to help you.
Okay.
Let's trade some things.
One day, Sanctuary will be a vibrant community. I've seen it.
Just looking to trade a little.
No,
You'll find what you're looking
Can I give her
for.
some Jet?
I know it.
I just want to trade a few things.
No!
You remind me of a young man I used to know. Never looking for trouble, but always finding it.
So, maybe I'm just
wanna
supposed to trade her Jet? Before it gave us an NPC dialogue. Oh my god, do I not have Jet on me? No, I have no Jet.
I used to be quite the adventurer when
Oh my god.
I was younger.
Okay, I'll go and get Jet from my stash. Sometimes I feel like this fast traveling is actually slower than walking there because of the loading scenes. Which is kind of ridiculous. Like, really ridiculous. I wonder if the game's like completely unloading the world and then reloading it back in.
Some days are harder than others. But even the hard days get easier than the one before.
This place is starting to look like a proper home, thanks to you.
Hey.
Got that Jet we talked about, kid?
Here. One hit of Jet.
You did good. Now, let me ride the high to where the site wants to take
Piper disliked that.
You're walking into a sea. But it's not water you're afraid of drowning
Oh
in.
my gosh, she's just predicting us going into the glowing sea. That's so useless. I was hoping this was actually going to be like useful and tell us.
It burns everything in it. But no, I can feel them. There's people calling out to something, chanting. They can show you the way, but they're so hard to read. Be careful around them, kid. Phew. Wow. That took more out of me than usual. I'm gonna need to rest now, kid.
Okay. So a new near replicant game, there's fast travel and players literally just walk 10 to 20 minutes from point A to B and back. There's no fast travel. Oh my god. Well, some people kind of like that. I wonder if it's faster for me to go to Fort Hagen. I think Diamond City's still closer. Man, there's like... I feel like I should go and do side quests, but at the same time, I kind of like just following the main story. The plights of an open world game. Just like choosing what you want to do. I haven't really used the power armor, so I feel like going out to the glowing sea. Old school open world, that feeling that you can go anywhere. Exactly, it's just how long do you want to spend walking there? Anywhere at the expense of time. Okay, this is one of the first ones we got, and I never did it. Listen to military frequency. Proceed to Cambridge Police Station. It didn't do anything though. Okay. Most shops are open during daylight hours and closed at night, unless they're run by synths.
Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies. We're requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station.
You hear more beeping. It's not me.
Okay.
Not exactly subtle, pal.
This is Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in transmission range. Authorization ARCS, Ferrum, 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies.
You're in
we're
for
requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station.
Look who it is.
Automated message repeating. This is Scribe
Whoa.
Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in transmission
You're
range.
in for it now.
Authorization Ferrum, 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies. We're requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station. Automated message repeating. This is Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in transmission range. Authorization ARCS, Ferrum, 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies. We're requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station. Automated message repeating.
There's some good loot here.
Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in transmission range. Authorization ARCS, Ferrum 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies. We're requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station. Automated message repeating. This is Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in transmission range. Authorization ARCS, Ferrum 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties.
But yeah, this is classic open world for me. It's just like exploring a whole area, going to do a little side quest, and then just getting like this whole side area of buildings and things and exploring all of them.
This is Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any
Like I said, it's also cool to think that this stuff matches up with Boston.
Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies. We're requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station. Automated message repeating. This is Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in transmission range. Authorization ARCS.
Oh god, that's Nick, sorry. That was a cool.
And we're running low on supplies.
What's that?
We're requesting support or evac from our position at
I
Cambridge
don't
Police
think we're
Station.
alone.
Automated message repeating.
Subway token worth anything? I wonder if you can use the subway token for something.
Transmission range. Authorization ARCS, Ferrum 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties. We're running low on supplies.
Not that it's an option.
Support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station. Automated message repeating. This is Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in transmission range. Authorization ARCS, Ferrum 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies.
Yes.
We're requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station. Automated message repeating.
Like, man, there's so much stuff to loot in this area.
Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in transmission range. Authorization ARCS, Ferrum 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies. We're requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station. Automated message repeating. This is Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Holy shit. There are mines everywhere. Oh my god.
Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies. We're requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station.
Oh nice, here we are. Okay, hold on one sec, I'll be right back. Alright.
Check your fire. For honor! For glory! Ad Victoriam!
Fucking slaughter, dude.
Don't underestimate us again.
Paladin Dance. This is the guy from the floating airship told me to go to.
Check your fire. We've got hostiles.
Oh my fucking god. What? This is just a nuke?
Hey there.
Check your fire. We've got hostiles.
Excuse me.
Damn skin bags!
It says we've got hostiles, but there's nothing on my map. Is this like bugged or what?
Check your fire. We've got hostiles.
What? Is this bugged? Check your fire. We've got hostiles. Assist soldiers. I'm fairly certain we assisted them.
Check your fire. We've got hostiles. Burn them all!
Are we supposed to like stim pack this guy or what? I think this is actually bugged.
Hey there.
Check your fire. We've got hostiles.
There is literally no enemies around anywhere. You think they consider Nick to be a hostile? Let me try something. I can command him, so... Where? There he is.
Hey.
Go on.
Head over there.
Sure thing.
Excuse me.
Check your fire. We've got hostiles.
Oh my god. So this is this broken? Let me try looking this up. I was playing, I heard gunfire. Proceed to reload the save, nothing changed. Open the console, set stage. Reloaded saves and made no difference. I actually think this is a bug. I think I'm like soft locked this quest. Oh my god, this is just like a straight... Multiple people just have this bug. Okay, so I'm going to try restarting. I'm going to try going to different chunks of the game and letting like the game scripts reload and see if it works. If not, man, I'm disappointed if they haven't patched a bug with quests in this game like this long after release. Like, there's someone here saying they got this issue on Xbox as well, which is like... Normally PC is known for bugs, but... Bethesda patch games, like, yeah.
Check your fire. We've got
Oh my god. Dude, I just spoiled part of the game. I just read online how to do this, and someone told me that one of the guides just said you have to do this later quest that I haven't done yet, and I actually just read something that just straight up spoiled. Fuck. So this is the huge issue with bugs. If you make people search shit up online, that can end up with them just exposing and spoiling the game for themselves. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, but Bethesda's coding quality has never been top-notch. Alright, so apparently there's a console fix you can do as well.
Excuse me. Check your fire. We've got hostiles.
Talk about Sacred, yep. I was playing Diablo 1, so okay, put this in console.
We appreciate the assistance, civilian.
Oh!
What's your business?
Thank God for people online, dude. Thank God for modders online. Thank God for modders, dude. That console command actually just did it.
Before I answer, will you tell me who you are?
In due time. If you want to remain in our compound, I suggest you answer my question first.
A Brotherhood soldier pointed me this way. I might be interested in joining up.
Interested in recruitment, huh? Well, let me ask you a few questions. Are you from a local settlement?
I'm from Vault 111.
You're a vault dweller? Most people wouldn't admit to such a thing. I appreciate your honesty. If I appear suspicious, it's because our mission here has been difficult. Since the moment we arrived in the Commonwealth, we've been constantly under fire. If you want to continue pitching in, we could use an extra gun on our side.
I want to help, but I don't like the secrecy. Who are you, really?
Out with it.
Very well. I'm Paladin Danse, Brotherhood of Steel. Over there is Scribe Halen and Knight Reese. I've been trying to send a distress call to our vessel at Boston International Airport, but the signal's too weak to reach them.
Sir, if I may,
Proceed, Halen.
I've modified the radio tower on the roof of the police station, but I'm afraid it just isn't enough. What we need is something that will boost the signal.
Our target is ArcJet Systems, and it contains the technology we need, the deep-range transmitter. We infiltrate the facility, secure the transmitter, and bring it back here. So what do you say? You willing to lend the Brotherhood of Steel a hand?
Yes, I came here specifically for Quest.
Let's get moving.
Oh, I should have asked him who the Brotherhood of Steel is. I know from previous games, at least I think I do.
Halen, take Reese inside and bind his wounds.
Yes, sir.
Reese, once you're on your feet, I want you to make certain the perimeter is secure.
I'm on it.
All right, civilian. It's time to prove your worth. Head into the police station and resupply yourself. Then let me know when you're ready to begin. Let's
Ooh,
move out.
Resupply yourself
All right,
means
big
loot
guy.
everything.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm coming.
You better get a move on. It's not a good idea to keep Paladin Danse waiting.
Can I talk to you now?
Scribe Halen.
Don't take what Knight Reese says personally. He's like that with everyone.
Sacred was released on CD, and I had it when internet not exist for me, like 2006-7. Sacred had bug in third main story quest. Very early game bug was get water. Dying soldier water item was bugged. Was never able to pass this quest. Literally years till I got into. That is fucking disappointing, dude. Oh my god. So I've seen people say that and I've said this, is that like modern development practices of being able to patch your game does this thing where developers these days go, well, I don't need to worry about programming it properly because if something's wrong with it, I can just patch it and people can download the fixed version later. But the fact is, there was still that shit with old games from years ago. There were still these bugs that meant you couldn't do things, and so like at the end of the day, just having the internet there and being able to like live patch it
Might be more humane
is still
to
just such a
take you out
benefit.
back and shoot you.
You're all heart, Doc.
Just quit squirming so I can get these bandages on.
Paladin.
You ready to move out?
I wonder if he's gonna go with us. So they
Sure
said they'll
made a
loot
mess of this
stuff here,
place,
so
didn't they?
take everything I can from here. Maybe, I wonder if there's a terminal.
Loctite.
Modern games still horrible. Many people not professional computer users. They may just download GOG version once. That's also true. I am not surprised if someone runs into a bug and just never plays the game again. And that's an interesting thing, though. Like, I actually think there's so many bugs in games, and players don't even realize they're bugs because they're not the developers, and they don't realize what the goal was of the experience. Like, that's another thing. You can go through a game and not even realize that you've run into a bunch of bugs. Like, right there, that Paladin Danse repeating that line over and over again, I wouldn't have known that was a soft lock unless, like, you know what I mean? That could have just been an NPC repeating his lines, but instead, because it was related to a quest, it was like a soft lock on the
Want me
quest.
to take a look at that terminal? You just say the word. Always had a way with machines.
Oh yeah, I just remembered Caitlin can open open locks. Maybe should have got Caitlin there. Women. No. Teams? No. Proud.
Through.
Yeah. Oh, okay, nice. We actually have logs from the Brotherhood of Steel. Holbrook's sedition logs. One statement of Mr. N. Fredericks, Cambridge, transferred to federal officer. Your rights at work recovered from suspect's desk. Unionize today, recovered from suspect. Oh! This is people trying to unionize and getting fired because of it. I'm an idiot and forgot what sedition means. I told you that point of view on Cyberpunk, that I hear people who just play games a few times a week cannot deal with state of the game. Is it just me, or has Cyberpunk like dropped off the face of the earth? Like, there was like huge hype for Cyberpunk for like, okay, think about this. The advertising cycle for Cyberpunk was like 2 years. Like, dude, they advertised this fucking game for like 2 years. Like, the hype cycle of the game was for like 2 years. People have only been playing the game for like 3 months. Like think about that. The game is in the spotlight for advertising for like a year plus, and then people actually only play the game for like 2 years. All of the hype was from the advertising. Like, I feel like Cyberpunk is actually such an example of what like is wrong with not just gaming, but just like consumer marketing. Or I don't know, consumers. Operation Winter's End. Isn't that in... I think that was, Winter's End. I don't know why, that makes me think of DLC. Was that a DLC in, like, one of these games? Let's see what it is.
Hello, team. Captain Whitmark here. Welcome to the task force. Operation Winter's End starts now, with you. Together, we will knock Eddie Winter off his throne and dump his sorry ass in a 2,000-volt easy chair. It should come as a surprise to no one that our operations in Boston have been, in a word, compromised. Winter has eyes everywhere, even the BPD. So, our brothers across the river in Cambridge have been kind enough to let us use the Cambridge Police Department as our base of operations. Let's get to work. Good hunting.
Cyberpunk look like Crysis reincarnation? I think Crysis looks a lot cleaner than Cyberpunk. I was looking at like close-ups of the lighting in Cyberpunk, and like I think they have a lot of super realistic stuff like reflections and ray trace. Like I think even without RTX in Cyberpunk, from what I've seen, there's actually soft and glossy reflections. So I think Cyberpunk actually has like voxel global illumination, which CryEngine had years ago. But anyways, when I was looking at Cyberpunk, I noticed that there's a lot of like temporal anti-aliasing smearing and blurring when you look close up at pixels. Like there's motion blur built into the game. One of the things that stands out to me about Crysis and like older games from like 2010 like that, there was barely any motion blur, or if there is, you could turn it off. Like games these days have become so much worse for like when it comes to motion blur, and there's a bunch of games where you can't even turn it off now. I think of Operation Anchorage and Fallout 3. That's exactly it. Yeah, Anchorage, Alaska. really want to play Fallout 3, but my computer won't run it. What are, like, the requirements for Fallout 3? It seems like a pretty old game. That reminds me of a thing I was seeing the other day about how system requirements are basically bullshit. Like, there can be a thing that's like, your computer needs like 512 megabytes RAM, and it needs like this shader model, which this GPU supports. And then you could just have a GPU driver that for whatever reason has a bug with that shader model, and boom, the game doesn't run. It's like, basically there's no... I don't know, there's no replacement for having an actual runtime test. Like, for example, in VR, before you install VR or whatever, or do Oculus, it actually makes you run a program on your computer that literally emulates VR and makes sure that it runs. It's not like a minimum requirements, it literally runs the program and checks whether or not it crashes, and that's how it checks if you have the requirements, because it's like, computers are just that complicated. But it's really disappointing when you get to, like, trying to replay older games and things. I can see so many issues popping up, especially in the future when we start trying to emulate this stuff, and we start realizing that the system requirements aren't clear at all. In terms of what parts of the system actually need to be emulated and...
Sorry about the other guys.
This person's so nice. Can I talk to her?
Scribe Halen?
You better get a move on. It's not a good idea to keep Paladin Danse waiting.
There's so much, so much loot here, it's nice.
You building a collection or something?
Field Scribe Halen, personal log entry 324A. I'm starting to wonder if joining the Brotherhood of Steel was a good choice. I originally signed up seeking protection and comradeship, but I'm worried that I've traded away a bit of my humanity in the process. The Brotherhood's message of hope for the future is idealistic and noble, but their methods leave a lot to be desired.
This is exactly what I expect.
Misguided. Instead of diplomacy, they wield violent confrontation to exert control. Despite all that, I've been successfully avoiding the fighting by following the career path of a field scribe. I suppose only time will tell how long I can stand the sight of spilled blood over my own moral fiber.
That's why she's so nice.
Don't take what Knight Reese says personally. He's like that with everyone.
Oh, this is going to tell us what their mission was here. Gladius's current orders are as follows. Proceed to the area designated as the Commonwealth to perform a standard long-range recon operation. Report any unusual activity using standard long-range communications to Scabbard. Extraction time undetermined. After several months, my squad has just crossed the border and entered the Commonwealth. We've chosen to immediately search the Boston region with the intention of finding a secure building to use as our recon headquarters. Soon after my squad was ambushed by raiders, Knight Kian's power armor was destroyed and we lost some of our supplies. Fortunately, we were able to repel the attack and continue our mission. We've discovered a secure building in Cambridge that appears to be a former police station. We were able to clear the building and recover a good deal of supplies and ammunition from pre-war caches outside. According to Scribe Halen, this location is structurally sound and highly defensible. I've decided to establish our headquarters here for the time being. After Halen identified the Corvega factory in Lexington as a possible site containing viable pre-war technology, we initiated a sweep and retrieve operation. I had Dawes do a site survey, and he discovered it was being held by a large force of raiders. Oh, that was where we went and cleared out. I gave the go-ahead and we attempted a breach. As we approached, our squad was hit with gunfire. Knight Warwick was wounded, so I decided to fall back to Cambridge. During our retreat, Knight Brack stepped on a landmine. Scribe Halen attempted to treat him, but Brack succumbed to his wounds and died. Let it be noted for the record that Halen is to be commended for her efforts. Damn, dude, there is no. They stepped into Boston and they're just fucking dying. It's been 2 days since our failed operation at Corvega, and I'm sad to report that Knight Warwick has died. His gunshot wounds have left him paralyzed and internally bleeding. Scribe Halen informed me that he was suffering and had less than 5% chance of recovery. I authorized her to inject him with an overdose of painkiller, put him to rest. I'd once again like to commend Scribe Halen for her efforts in keeping Warwick alive, following my final orders without question. So far it seems like the leadership of Brotherhood of Steel are fucking morons, and that the scribes... Okay, I gotta hold on. I keep saying my battery's almost dead, and then I never replace the batteries. I just restart the controller over and over again because I'm too lazy to go and get new batteries. Been waiting to watch/read anything about Fallout 3 so that I can experience it for the first time, but I'm ready to give up on that. Watch YouTube of Fallout 3 gameplay. I'm a fan of game movies. All of the cutscenes, like, fit together for lore, I've found is, like... So, you can get, like, so much lore from watching game movies of, like, put together cutscenes. Alright, hold on. I actually need to get batteries. We sustained another casualty today at grid reference A113. This area contains the ruin of Boston International Airport and Fort Strong. The airport was almost completely abandoned, but Fort Strong turned out to be infested by super mutants. We were hoping to resupply at the armory there, but Night Sergeant Dawes was killed. This is the second location I've had to order a retreat from since we arrived, and the third member of my team to die. I recommend a complete bombardment of this location in the future. Scribe Halen has been picking up unusual energy readings on her instrument. She claims that they are on an extreme high-band spectrum frequency. Makes it unlikely to be pre-war in origin. The readings are also highly sporadic, appearing only for short amounts of time and in very specific locations. The decay on the signals is severe. Seem to disappear off Halen's instruments after several hours. We don't have the equipment necessary to track these readings, so we're attempting to use triangulation to discover their point of origin. I wonder if that's the Institute teleporting. We've been attempting to contact Scabbard with the energy reading Halen has collected, but the police station's high-gain antenna was damaged by a super mutant rocket attack, and we can't transmit the data. Halen is attempting to repair the antenna, but she isn't certain that we have parts we need at this time. Personal status. Deceased. Deceased. The majority of people are dead. Alright, I think I've looted everything here. You ever start to sneeze and then not sneeze?
Why are you standing around here like there's nothing to do? Paladin Danse is waiting for you.
Paladin Danse.
You ready to move out?
Ready.
Outstanding. Follow me, and try not to lag behind.
Oh, I guess we're going on a quest with this guy. Is Nick coming with us too? The loading screens. So where are we going? It says follow Paladin Dance. Why is there an icon over at the combat zone? There's a marker here. How do I remove it? What? There was like a marker on it, but I couldn't remove it on the actual thing. I had to go somewhere else. That's weird. Alright, whatever. Let's just follow this guy.
We'll take this alley. Follow me.
Just put game to RAM. Yeah, honestly, this game is like 60 gigabytes. There's some computers now with like 64 gigabytes of RAM, right? Like, I'm actually thinking you could put that on a virtual file system.
ArcJet is a short hike to the west. If we take this road, we should be able to avoid the larger packs of ferals infesting Cambridge. Traveling this far from the police station is a risk, but getting that transmitter up and running needs to be our top priority. If it was up to me, I'd relocate my team. But Scribe Halen detected some disturbing energy readings in the area that need to be investigated. We don't know much about them, except that they're short-lived and broadcast on a frequency only obtainable with a high level of technology. We're concerned that whoever or whatever is creating those energy readings might be a potential threat. So it's our job to investigate.
I don't think 64 gigabyte is usual for new computers. The max I've seen is 32 gigabytes on like streamers. A bunch of people I know are still getting like 8 gigabyte. And hell, I mean, the majority of people don't even get gaming computers. The majority of people get like regular laptops or whatever that have like 4 gigs of RAM. 8 is torture? I'm on 8 right now. What's torturous about it? The one thing I've seen people say for game dev is that like 8 isn't enough to run like Blender and Unity and like Photoshop all at the same time. But that's exactly what I do, and I have no issues with it, so I don't really understand. I do not understand people's complaints. And I can't remember the last time I had a game go over 8 gigabytes RAM. You have 10 gigabytes used by browsers all the time.
It might surprise you to learn that my recon team isn't the first to visit the Commonwealth. Over the last 7 years, 2 other teams were sent here by the Brotherhood to gather technology. The first team's mission was a huge success. They came back with crates full of pre-war artifacts and historical documents. The second wasn't so fortunate. Shortly after they arrived, we lost contact with them. They haven't been heard from since. As far as my team goes, we've lost 4 good men to this godforsaken wasteland. We've been a target from the moment we arrived. But despite our setbacks, I don't intend to give up and head home, or end up missing.
I don't really have issues with RAM in browser. Like, the most I've seen Firefox use is 2 gigs. And I can't remember what that was. That was like actually playing a game or something. At most, generally I have like 800 megabytes used by Firefox. I was looking at it the other day, so the new thing for me is that, like, just a few years ago, watching videos on like YouTube and on Twitch and wherever, it would use like 5% CPU usage max. I recently noticed that whenever I watch a video on YouTube or Twitch now, or like live stream, it maxes out one of my CPU cores on Firefox to like 15%. So I believe they're actually making the switch to CPU video encoding in browsers is what's happening there, which is kind of concerning to me because hardware video decoding is the only way you can get like real-time 4K. Like, CPU decoding is fucking slow most of the time. Testing some apps last week on Ubuntu. Firefox also there. Firefox so good compared to Chrome. Yeah, I don't know. Anytime I've used Chrome, I've actually had it be slower and worse than Firefox, so I can never get when people say that Chrome is better than Firefox.
Listen up. We do this clean and quiet. No heroics and by the book. Understood?
Why are we at ArcJet again?
We're here to retrieve a device that will boost the signal from the radio tower at the Cambridge police station. Without it, we can't make contact with our superiors. Remember, our primary target is the deep-range transmitter. Stay focused and check your fire. I don't want to be hit by stray bullets.
I'm using a melee weapon. I can't hit you with stray bullets. Oh my god, this place looks futuristic.
It was corporations like this that put the last nail in the coffin for mankind.
No, it was the government.
Pocketing the cash and ignoring the damage they've done.
See, that's funny because it's a bunch of the corporations that are like the only semblance of modern society that's left in the Commonwealth. And like, we went to that government, the Boylston Club last night, and we literally found a bunch of the government officials had a party and killed themselves with poisoned wine the night of the war. Or like, before that. Like, the government literally planned the nuclear war and things. And a bunch of the private corporations and things were actually what didn't want that and were completely unaware.
Look at these wrecks. It appears as though the facility's automated security's already been dealt with.
We'll be taking that.
Firefox is bad for you now because NVIDIA drivers in Linux. Firefox works horrible on it, but new 470 NVIDIA drivers will add Wayland support. Should fix everything for Linux NVIDIA drivers. That's weird. I never understand Linux NVIDIA issues.
As though the facility's automated security's already been dealt with.
I was reading a thing the other day about how there's a bug in World of Warcraft where your mouse will stutter, and it only started happening after a certain NVIDIA driver update, and no one can like get rid of it now. It's like people will have 120 FPS, but their mouse will be stuttering. It happens on like Windows, and maybe I don't even think WoW's for Linux these days, but it happens on Windows. Thomas Reinhardt, CEO. I'd like to have your team get together and implement a new security strategy for ArcJet Complex. This is our first contract for the USSA, and I don't intend to have any security slip-ups while we're working on the XMB booster engine. I want you to double the coverage 24 hours a day. Install automated countermeasures inside the facility. I'd like you to hire a consultant to figure out a better security password system for our terminals. The automated reset timer mailing out passwords is ridiculous. Every DirectX 11 game works in Linux these days. Is that through like Wine? Starting tomorrow, we'll begin distributing identification badges to all employees. These badges must be worn at all times. They are infused with a low-yield radioactive isotope that will prevent our internal security turrets from accidentally shooting any of our own employees. If anyone's caught near the entrance to the engine core without a badge, we are not liable for the injuries you may sustain. The turrets will go online in 1 week, so it's possible to sign up for your badge as soon as possible. I wonder if we can find one of these badges and equip it. Sam, what the hell is going on down there? How did a member of the press get all the way past security through the entire research facility and into the engine core without tripping our alarms or turrets? We have a real mess on our hands, and it's going to be your job to clean it up. I don't care how you do it. Just make it all go away. If this comes back to bite us, I swear you're going to be the one that takes the fall. In Steam, it works just by clicking play, same on Windows. But how does it run DirectX 11 on Linux? Steam has to be doing something. Works because DirectX Vulkan. What? That's still emulating a Windows executable, though. I'm so confused, though. DirectX is a Windows API. I mean, if it's DirectX Vulkan, it's literally emulating DirectX and Vulkan, but it has to be emulating parts of the Windows API, too, because DirectX is built off the DirectX 11 has a whole bunch of Windows desktop features built in. So it does use Wine to emulate the Windows API. Should I talk to him?
Dance?
Look at these wrecks. It appears as though the facility's automated security's already been dealt with.
Brotherhood
Is this
handiwork?
The Brotherhood of Steel's handiwork?
Unfortunately, no. Look at the evidence. There isn't a single spent ammunition casing or drop of blood in sight. These robots were assaulted by Institute synths.
Synth. Isn't that the same as robot?
They're an abuse of technology created by the Institute. Abominations meant to improve upon humanity. It's unacceptable. They simply can't be allowed to exist.
That's kind of genocidal look.
I'll be on the lookout.
Roger that. Let's move out.
Steam Proton is Wine Fork. Ah, yes, I know about. So that's what Steam uses. Why did Steam create their own fork instead of just doing Wine? Like, isn't Wine open source? Couldn't they have just, like, submitted their fixes to Wine if there's anything that they did
I still
fix?
see a few pieces of salvage that the Brotherhood might be interested in. After we're done here, I'll have to mark this place for sweep and retrieve.
I actually remember hearing about Proton when the Steam PC, or, like, Steam... I don't know if it was a Steam console, was, like, coming out. I don't hear anything about Proton now.
To get that door open. I'm gonna reconnoiter.
This is your annual reminder that all terminal and mainframe passwords are to be changed on a monthly basis. Failure to do so may result in automatic changes, suspension of network privileges, or disciplinary actions. According to our records, your terminal password has not been changed in 3 months. For security purposes, your password will now be reset. 9YB3N. This is an automated message. Please do not reply. Okay, well, I guess I just got a password. Share the same code base with Wine. Proton includes some patches on top of Wine. It's almost the same. Fair enough. Oh god, there are synths.
Reverting to close quarters combat. Destruction of fellow.
Coast looking clear.
Movement detected. curious.
Oh no, I'm over encumbered. How am I gonna get money from items now? Should I go sell stuff? I think I should go sell stuff. I don't want to abandon dance though.
Primary sensor critically damaged.
Intruder alert!
You must be terminated.
Oh my god. Save. Getting destroyed.
Attacks
I cannot allow these attacks to continue.
Systems offline.
We won't be bothering anybody now.
Is that all of them? Oh, nice. We can open expert terminals now. Linux has native DirectX 9 implementation. AMD driver games can use DirectX 9 without DirectX Vulkan. DirectX 9 implemented in driver. Ah.
Sweet.
There's too much loot. There is actually too much loot in this game. There's not enough room for me to...
Damn synths have compromised most of the facility.
Settling likeness 1. Scouting? No. Southern? Settling, scouting, southern all have likeness 1. Oh my god, the likeness is the correct number of letters in front. I think. Wait. I still don't understand how this terminal hacking works. Likeness 1. So I used to think that was the number of letters that are the same. Letters in the correct place. Oh, so it's I kind of had it. So it's not the number of same letters, it's the number of letters that match up correctly. Oh my god, is it muscling?
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay, we actually got lab reports and stuff. This is not good. Worst part about these puzzles, localization. It's not good for other than English languages. I remember reading about it on local forums. Oh yeah, how would that even work for oh my god, doing that for other languages would be a nightmare. Unless you speak like 10 different languages. Still trying to convince Dr. McClellan that switching from uranium to deuterium will lead a much higher burn to thrust ratio. He's concerned that the deuterium refinement will add a few months to the XMBs. That is, I'm pretty sure this is some bullshit science, because deuterium is like water that has like extra hydrogen molecules, right? Deuterium isn't even radioactive, is it? I didn't think it was a replacement for uranium. I thought it just helped mediate uranium and provide a more stable reaction so you didn't need to purify the uranium as much. Yeah, you still use uranium, you just don't need enriched uranium. Heavy water, 2H2O or D2O, is a form of water that contains only deuterium, 2H or D, known as heavy hydrogen. That just stood out to me because I was like, wait, deuterium isn't a replacement for nuclear fuel. Well, I did the best I could. I showed my demonstration to McLennan and he was impressed. Took my notes directly to the board and asked for a project extension, but Reinhardt said no, I don't understand why it all comes down to money. We're sending a couple men to Mars and we want them to get there as safely and as efficiently as possible. All those bastards care about is the fact that 3 more months, the schedule will cost them a few $1,000,000. Frankly, I'm getting sick of the bottom line dictating what we have to do in the laboratory. After we wrap this project up, I'm going to look for work somewhere else. Now that the fuel issue's been settled, I've been moved off the XMB booster and onto the deep range transmitter. Frankly, I think they're just putting me off the propulsion system because I'm the only one stupid enough to complain. Stupid enough to complain when things go wrong. Instead of tweaking fuel mixtures in the thermodynamics calculation, they have me fine-tuning one of our glorified radios. So glad I'm wasting my nuclear physics degree on that. My task is to increase the broadcast range on the DRT by at least 50% by the end of the month. Should be a piece of cake. Only took me 3 weeks, but I have the DRT's broadcast range boosted by over 70% with one of these beauties installed in the NSAA's ship. They should be able to ping a signal back and forth within 10 minutes. Now all I have to do is get the unit size down by about half so it fits inside the required volume and I'll be finished. I hope they have me move back to something more interesting after this. I didn't even see there was a safe in this room.
You sure you're not part synth? Of course. I guess you wouldn't know, would you?
Remain vigilant. We've got turrets ahead.
You should head over to the Nakano restaurant.
Hell yeah.
And find out what their case is about.
Ooh, lots of project notes. After 6 months, the United States Space Administration approved ArcJet as the contractor for Mars Shot project. Before we secured contract, but it looks like it's going to play out. I think the contract will finally put ArcJet on the map. General CEO stuff. I was fortunate to be able to add Dr. Rory McClellan to the XMB booster today. There are a few people who can match McClellan's attitude with nuclear propulsion systems, so this truly is a coup. It costs the company a heck of a lot of money to hire him anyway, but it's a military contracting job. But I'm sure it will be worth every dollar. We've promised the USSA the booster will be ready at least a year before their July 2078 launch date. So I wonder if this never launched because the war happened, or if they did launch Holiday season approaches. It's time to take a step back and look at everything that's happened to ArcJet Systems this year. 5 months ago, my company was struggling to make ends meet. Now with the XMB booster and the deep-range transmitter projects in full swing, ArcJet appears to have received a second chance thanks to Dr. McClellan. We're on a schedule and under budget. The USAA is thrilled with our progress and is already talking to me about future contracts after we deliver. I don't think it's possible to be ending the year on a better note. McClellan's informed me we have a problem with the XMB booster, demanding that the engine can't exceed their strict weight allowance, but thanks to the uranium refinement system, we're a few hundred tons over. We're now 1 month behind schedule. A few hundred tons over. That's a lot. We're now 1 month behind schedule, and I'm frankly starting to panic. Dr. McClellan assures me he'll find a solution soon, but that isn't helping me get to sleep at night. Starting the public relations campaign, and it's finding myself caught in the middle. In the last week, I've been fielded 15 separate interviews with everyone asking the same questions over and over again. They will all want to know when we're delivering the XMB booster so that they can take their pretty pictures of the USA test firing it for the first time, and all they can do is keep smiling and lying through teeth that the XMB will be delivered when it's ready. I hope Dr. McClellan solves our weight problem soon, or we're never going to get a contract from the USSA ever again. So they took that guy. The guy's terminal who we were reading back there was saying that they should stop. The guy who was suggesting that they switch to deuterium was doing that so that they don't need this enrichment system that's putting them overweight. A guy was literally suggesting the solution to the CEO, and then the CEO was like, no, sorry, I don't want your solution. And then the CEO was like, what am I going to do? I don't have a solution. Oh my god. Dr. McClellan's team finally solved the weight problem. Now all we need is finish tightening a few screws, hoist the thing up. This thing's gonna explode, I bet. If we're lucky, we're gonna test fire the booster right after New Year. It's funny how things seem so bleak and chaotic, but now it all comes together just for the holidays. We've scheduled a photo opportunity tomorrow for the XMB's booster. First test firing in the engine core. We're going to stick them all down in the control room and let them shoot their pictures through the thermoglass window after. Dr. McClellan gives them a short explanation of how the booster works. The engine puts out hell of a lot of thrust, so it should be quite a spectacular show. It's going to kill them all. Oh my god, it's been 2 weeks since the accident before the XMB's booster test firing event. Somehow a photographer managed to wander past security and into the engine core a few hours early. Dr. McClellan was running a quick test on the booster, letting it run for only a few seconds to make sure it was ready for the demonstration, and burned the photographer into ash. Thank God no one else saw what happened. I'm having Brent take care of the remains. After all, that's why I hired him. If word of this accident goes public, we'll be shut down, and I may as well put a for sale sign out front. Yeah, I knew something was going to blow up or happen. All of the unrest overseas is making the USA nervous about proceeding with the Mars Shot project. They're telling me they may have to delay a year or two depending on what happens. That's true. We'll just have to make do with the proceeds from the deep range transmitter contract, which we've already completed. I'm trying to keep everyone's spirits up around here, but it's getting harder and harder with the world falling apart around us. Hopefully our government will work things out, and we can all get back to work. Oh yeah, hopefully the government will work things out. Hopefully they won't just decide to kill everybody and kill all themselves in one final party where they all just drink poisoned wine and decide that they can't solve anything.
Got it.
Man, there's so much loot here. I actually feel like leaving and going and selling my stuff and then coming back.
Yes.
installed new terminal in Reinhardt's office. He's demanding some serious security on it now that we've got Mars shot contract. Not sure if he's being paranoid or if he's got a real reason to worry about. I'm convinced Reinhardt is paranoid. He's had me put in automated security turrets in the main hallway outside his office. You'd think we were working for the military instead of just the United States Space Administration. I wonder if they were taking this contract for the military. Clendon constantly bugging me. The mainframe keeps running out of space. I've ordered some more storage from our supplier, but we're rapidly running out of room down here for any more consoles. Might have to talk about Reinhardt. Letting us spill into office stations shouldn't be too much of a problem. Brent came down and helped me pull all of the video surveillance records from the mainframe last month. Asked if he wanted to make backups, but he just grunted like he always does and demanded the originals. I have no idea what he's doing with them, and I don't want to know. As long as I keep getting a paycheck, I could care less. Oh my god, that picture was what put me overweight. Yeah, I should go and sell some stuff. Alright, it looks like Paladin Dance is waiting, so let's try going and selling stuff. I've never actually, like, left in the middle of doing a quest like this before. I feel like it's not a good idea to just leave an area in the middle of a quest. But at the same time, I feel like I should try it because,
Ugh, what the hell aroma is that?
then I can actually pick stuff up. So I just noticed, when I scroll down the first time, it shows me this 1 hour, the save from, like, that's only 1 hour long, where I've only been playing for 1 hour, and it only shows it the first time that I open up the save window. It doesn't make sense, because I have deleted that save, or overwritten it, I think.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm looking at my desk, and I'm like, oh, a hair fell out of my beard or something, and it's like sitting there on my desk. And then it moves, and I realized it's a bug. Oh god.
Here we go. Blood.
Alright.
Huh?
We can sell stuff at least.
Hey, Carla.
You again. Here to try.
Kinda bugs me how you
Take a
can't
look.
skip dialogue. I get that it's like more immersive though. How much do I weigh after selling that? Still 216, so I guess I'll go put away the Fat Man and stuff. It seems like my weight just keeps going up and going up. I think it's because of all the consumables I keep getting, and then I don't use the consumables. Goddamn micromanagement. I wonder if I should even, like, keep the pipe gun just in case. I wonder if even I should just store everything. Just straight up too many items. Can I sleep here too? I guess I could make a bed here if I wanted. Whatever. Let's go back. I'm having a really good time in this game. It's, like, the whole open world feel of, like, not rushing it and just kind of, like, taking your time. So nice. Just, like, undiluted exploration. Sure if you're doing this, but tend to not pick up pre-war food. It's pretty heavy, gives you rats. Doesn't give you much health. Yeah, I just pick up everything.
Not so long as you're carrying it.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I just realized I can trade stuff to Nick and my companion. And that'll increase my carry weight. Oh my god, I haven't been doing that. I was interested in that conspiracy stuff in the computers before about this company thinking they're working for the space. Like they're working on a rocket ship, but they're actually working on stuff for the military. I wonder if we're gonna find stuff about them secretly working on military tech.
Nice.
As requested, I've had the floor safe installed in the front office area. Should allow you to pay for any incoming deliveries or store valuables until they can be transferred to a more secure location. Let me know if you have any issues. I realize that our announcement regarding the Mars Shot project has caused a lot of excitement with the national media. If any members of the press are requesting statements or interviews, please direct them to our public relations department. Do not attempt to answer any questions or give any information regarding the project unless pre-authorization has been approved. Oh, I thought it would give me something to open the floor safe. But no, I'm not skilled enough to open that. It's fair enough.
Engine cores ahead. Should be our final stop. Watch your footing. Looks like the power's out in this section.
Whoa, that's cool.
Scribes would have a field day in here. The transmitter should be in the control room at the top of the core, but it looks like the elevators are dead. We'll have to keep heading down for now, and find a way to get the facility's power back online. There has to be a power backup system somewhere. Scout the maintenance area off of the main chamber. I'll remain here and watch our backs.
Oh, damn.
Technician's personal log.
Jeering, leering, laughing, mocking, taunting.
Oh, he graduated all right from high school. It's fine, I'm sure he took shop class. Oh look, he's reading the science mags. How cute.
Har har har. Shop class. Let's see them make this in shop class. My marvel of engineering. The finest in weaponized refuse acceleration. My beauty. My junk jet. They'll see. The engineers with their suits and fancy degrees. Come Monday morning, they'll all see.
Perfect. Oh my god, it's a weapon. And it fires junk. I'm glad that I went and stored items because it looks like there's a lot more loot here. Is this actually...
Warning. Power loss detected. Engine core is offline.
Ah. Wife. No? Begs? No. So wife had one that was correct, so W-I, F, or E. Edge.
There we go.
There we go. Oh god, I'm beginning to match up my lines with the character in the game.
Engine core power restored. Thermal engine fueled, primed, and standing by
oh
for
god.
your command.
Burn them down!
has disappeared.
Oh my god, there's so many. What the hell, dude? There's so many of them.
Damaged.
Just when I thought we were getting along.
Looks like we've secured the core. Let's head up to the control room.
Anything useful?
I get over encumbered so quickly doing this. Dude, look at how many synths there are. I guess because they can just like teleport the synths wherever.
Going down.
I need to restore health. I'm assuming there's gonna actually be a bed somewhere. This area is pretty big. Maybe there won't be.
Going up.
This area is way bigger than I was expecting. I thought this was gonna be like we run in this area, we grab something out of a room, and we leave. This is like a 4-floor area.
I think we're being stalked.
Combat initiated. Targeting sensor fully operational.
They're in the control room. Open fire.
I'm trying to bait them around the corner because I'm melee. I guess I could use shotgun for this.
Hostile vaporized. I hope that's the last of them. Damn it. I don't see the device anywhere.
Oh, here it is.
Fan out and check the synth remains. They may have been after the transmitter as well. Let's get out of here. We'll take the service elevator.
He didn't even say anything when I picked it up.
Paladin Dance.
No time for questions now. We have to keep moving.
There has to be like a terminal or something here. Oh, right here. Begin test fire. Fault has been detected. Ah, disappointing.
Going up.
Oh my god, my cat is like... My cat wants something. I don't know what it wants. It's giving me an evil eye. I'm probably gonna go and get some breakfast for a bit.
Let's move out.
Since I think we're done this quest now, and then I'm gonna come back in like an hour and we'll do a programming stream.
We have a lot to discuss.
Where do you think you're going? Okay, I think this is a good point to save, and then we can like discuss that when I come back, and that'll give you... I've noticed when I like stop and save, if I stop and save and like exit the game right after I've done a quest and I don't come back and play the game for like nearly a week, I almost forget where I am in the quest. Like it's almost better, I find, to stop right before a dialogue point, and then when I come back and it starts the dialogue, it like gives me a refresher of where I was in the game. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you around if you're interested in game development or programming. I'll be back for a Unity game development stream in an hour or two. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed Fallout 4.